How do you win in Central Florida's ever-shifting real estate market? Even if you're not sure whether now is the right time to buy or sell. Well, what if I told you the market has changed more in the last 12 months than it has in the last 5 years combined? In this video, I'll break down exactly what's happening and why it matters, and how you can position yourself to succeed, whether you're buying your first home, moving up, downsizing, or investing right here in Central Florida. Hi and welcome back. My name is Bent Danholm and I'm a real estate broker here in Central Florida. I have helped buyers and sellers for quite a while now, and investors alike navigate the ups and downs of our actually quite dynamic housing market here in Central Florida. My mission is quite simple. I want to make you make smart real estate decisions, grounded in reality, not in some hyped up reality, but in the real reality, the one that we can all feel and the one we live in, not the one that we imagine in our heads. And today I'm giving you the straight facts of what is happening in Q1 in 2025 and what it means for you. And I'm also going to take a little bit of a look forward to the rest of 2025. So let's start with the big picture. Q1 of 2025 has officially marked a turning point for the Central Florida housing market. Last year, we were still feeling the effects of high interest rates and low supply. This year, we're finally seeing things shift back towards a balance. And as I'm making this video, there are actually some indications that interest rates might come down even further. But we can get back to that a little later, or maybe in another video. I haven't made up my mind yet. But here's what it looks like right now. Prices are still inching upwards, but not skyrocketing. What about the inventory? Well, 40 to 50% more homes means 40 to 50% more choices if you're a buyer, but it's the 40 to 50% less of the good news for a seller. Homes are also taking a little bit longer to sell right now than they did just a while ago, and total sales are also down compared to last year. So let's take a look at the key numbers, the key metrics, as it were. The median sale price across the Orlando metro is about $385,000. In some areas, a lot more. In some areas, a lot less. But that's the median house price across the whole Orlando metro area. And that is actually up about 3% from a year ago. And closed sales, they're down 10%. And the average time on market is also a little longer than it was last year. That was just about 50 days in most areas. Now we're at 70 days, which means it takes a little longer to sell your home if you put it on the market, but it's not impossible. And there's one of the reasons for that is that the inventory in the Central Florida area is the highest it's been in a decade. We have more than 12,000 homes listed for sale. When I was looking at the MLS just a short while ago, it feels a couple of years ago, we were in some months below 3,000 homes for sale. So that's a huge change in inventory. That obviously means that buyers now had a little bit more leverage and sellers need to be, how can I put it, sharper than ever. So let's take a look at county by county now, because we don't want this to take all day. Let's do Orange County first, and that by Orange County, that obviously Orlando and surrounding areas. The median house price in Orange County is a little bit higher than the average for all of Central Florida. It's $435,000 at the moment, and that's up just 2% from last year. But inventory is way up, and homes now take about 60 days to sell. So what does that mean if you're a seller? Well, it does mean you have more competition. And as a buyer, it means you've got more options than you used to have. Osceola County, I'm focusing most on Kissimmee and St. Cloud here. Prices have leveled off at around $390,000. They haven't gone up that much, nothing really measurable. Sales are down and inventory is up. And there is a lot of new construction going on, which is actually bad news if you're putting your house on the market, because builders are offering incentives like there's no tomorrow. They will offer you closing costs. Some might even offer you a new pool. They will offer to buy down the rate for buyers. So it definitely is a buyer's market around here. Lake County, and here primarily focusing on Clermont and Mount Dora. Prices in Lake County is actually up a little bit, around 3%. Inventory has spiked, and that's especially from new construction. There's also a ton of new construction going on in that area. And average days on the market has shot up dramatically in Lake County. About 80 days it takes to sell a home on average. And that means, obviously, these average days on the market means that if average is 80 days, well, that means still some homes sell in 1 or 2 days if they're perfectly priced and everything is perfectly okay. But it also means that there are homes that stay on the market for more than 300 or 400 days. It's the average we're talking about here. What it means to buyers is you can definitely take your time in Lake County if you're looking for a home. They're not going away anytime soon, except if it's a really, really good deal. And for sellers, it means that you need to be more strategic than ever with the price and presentation. Your marketing needs to be spot on and your price needs to be spot on. Seminole County, the last of the 4 counties that I usually count as Central Florida. And we're concentrating on some of the metro areas like Lake Mary and Altamonte. Prices here are also a little bit flat, hovering around $400,000. $400,000. I can't say it. Sales have slowed down significantly, but demand is actually still pretty solid, and that is mostly due to the homes being near top-rated schools. Seminole County, as most of you know, has a lot of top-rated schools. So homes in Seminole County are actually selling in 50 to 55 days, which is, I believe, the shortest period in any of the 4 Central Florida counties. So this market definitely remains strong and steady. So what does all this mean for you? Well, if you're buying now, it can definitely be seen as your time. There are more homes on the market. There's less competition. There's a lot of room to negotiate many times, especially if you're looking at new constructions. So make sure if you're not a cash buyer, you get pre-approved, and you can you do that shop smart, talk to a few lenders and see where you can get the best deals on your loan, and keep watching the interest rates. But make sure that you leverage, especially in the counties like Lake and Osceola County, where the competition for for the right buyers are really high. You can get a lot for your money if you're smart about it. If you're selling, you can actually still get a great price, but only if your house is properly prepped, if it's priced right, and it's marketed well. We need to have what I used to call the 3 Ps: the presentation, the preparation, and the pricing right. Everything needs to be spot on in order for you to sell. If you do that, you can actually get a really good price still. So one of the things we're not seeing, we don't actually see what was more or less automatic bidding wars at some point. Buyers have more choices now. If you're an investor, the rental market here in Central Florida is pretty good still. Inventory is up and prices are steady. And if you are looking at new construction, which actually is not a bad idea if you're an investor looking for a rental property, builder incentives can make your ROI even better, because they can give you a lot of incentives. They can give you upgrades that you wouldn't be able to get, that can get you higher rent. They can get you, if you're financing, they can help you buy down the rates. They'll pay your closing cost. They'll even throw in a pool, like I said, in some instances. So look at new constructions if you are an investor looking for a long-term rental property. Another advantage of buying new construction, obviously, is there's no there's no maintenance for the first few years. So this is a great time to shop smart and build your portfolio if you're looking to build your rental portfolio. Cannot say that. So I have a question for you all watching here. Are you planning to buy or sell in 2025? And if you're not, what's holding you back? And if you are, what is actually pushing you to buy right now? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. I personally read every single one of them, and I respond to every single one of them. Maybe not in 5 minutes, but I do respond pretty quickly. I would love to hear from everybody what your thoughts are on the market. And if this short breakdown, and this was really short, we're still below 10 minutes, was helpful, please hit that like button. Maybe leave a comment and let me know if you find this useful. And if you know somebody who's thinking about making a move this year, maybe share with them so they can also hear what the market is doing right now. And don't forget to follow me, because I do post regularly updates here, market trends, real estate strategies that you can actually use in real life. So please follow me, and also help the algorithm. It helps me to create better content. And if you're ready to talk directly about your plans, if you want to know what your house can sell for in this crazy market right now, or if you want to buy and you want to know where to buy right now. If you're investing, well, please feel free to contact me directly. You can reach me on my cell phone almost all the time, 7 days a week. It's 407-288-0704. That was 407-288-0704. I love to talk to you, even if you don't have any immediate plans. Let's just have a real conversation about what is possible for you in 2025, if it's even the right time for you to move right now. I've probably told more people not to make a move than I've told people to make a move. So don't be afraid. I'm not going to pressure you into do anything. Just let's have a real talk about what the market's right now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And remember, while today's market actually might be a little bit different from last year, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad. In fact, for a lot of you, this might actually be the best opportunity you've seen in years. Thanks again for watching. My name is Bent Danholm, and I'm trying to be your guide to smarter real estate decision in Central Florida. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.